Okay, guys, questions, please, on the game. Any questions? No?
Good. Bye, guys.
No questions, thank you. We tried.
Mr. Mourinho, I would like to know what you think of Atletico Madrid as a club, as an institution, as an organization, and if you'd be willing to actually one day train Atletico Madrid.
My future is Chelsea, and when Chelsea decides that it's time to stop our relation, it's Chelsea that decides, it's not me, because I want to stay forever. But when Chelsea decides that it's time to stop, it's then time for me to think about my future. Atletico was my direct rival for 3 seasons, but I always felt a relation of respect with Mr. Hill and the club itself. And obviously, with fans, football is made about that, so that's not important. But I have respect for what they are doing, because to be in a Champions League semi-final is not for every club. And to have the possibility, I'm not saying they are going to win, but to have the possibility of win a league against Barcelona and Real Madrid is something that deserves my respect.
Jose, this is your 5th successive semi-final you're in at the moment. Will that experience count for anything tomorrow night, and what generally proves decisive on these kind of nights?
I don't think is a crucial point. Maybe it helps me to sleep fine tonight, but but during the game, it's a game. It's a game. It's a knockout game. It's a game of details. It's a game where maybe, we don't know, but maybe one goal is the difference. So it's a game where everybody needs to be at the top level. But the players are more important than me. During the 90 minutes, the players are more important than the manager. I trust them. I trust them a lot, and that helps me to be calm. You know why I'm here, so you don't expect that I'm super happy to be here.
So you're here just because you have to be here?
Yes.
How excited are you by the signing of Juan Cuadrado on deadline day?
Normal.
Why do you think it's perhaps been a little tricky for you there?
Because the opponent score more goals than us, and sometimes the same number of goals as us.
Last year you were incredibly annoyed for quite a few weeks after it.
I don't speak about it. I don't have to speak about it. You could make noise with my silence, because you know the reason of my silence, so it depends on you.
How do you reflect on that suspension?
I don't reflect, because maybe I'm punished to reflect. So I don't even think about it, because maybe they can read my reflection, and I don't want. Speaking about Liverpool and speaking about honor the champions, is my time to honor a champion. Is my time to honor Steve Gerrard. I'm very sad that is the last time I play against him, because I need people like him to make me a better coach. So I have to honor him by saying that I'm very sad that he's leaving. The same as our Frank Lampard, but Frank is a Chelsea legend. Is a different situation, because Steven was always in the other side. I tried to bring him to Chelsea, I tried to bring him to Inter, I tried to bring him to Real Madrid, and he was always a dear enemy. So I want to honor him, and I hope Stamford Bridge has the same feeling as I have, which is we need people like him as our opponents.
Do you think at all it sends out the wrong message to give the players 4 days off?
Who gave the players 4 days off?
Oh, did you give the players 4 days?
No, it's not true. It's not true. In here, since the beginning of the season, I work like the people that makes suits for measure. You know, in here, not everybody wears the same 50 or the same 52. In here, we take care of the players like we are doing a suit by measure. And obviously, a player that played every match in the Premier League needs a different suit than a player that played 5 matches, and then a player that had no injuries, or a player that had injuries, or a player that in our analyze, and our analyze has 2 dimensions, has the scientific analyze, and has one that is even more important, which is the eye and the smell of somebody that knows a lot about this. And because of it, some players they had 4 days, some players they had 3 days, some players they had 2 days, and some players were working here on the Monday after the match. And this is what we did all season. This is what we did all season. So this is the way we work, and it results because during the whole season we had players in great conditions, not many injuries, and we are very, very happy with this way of work.
Sorry?
Salve mister, la mia è più che altro una curiosità, lei che usa i maniacali nel preparare tutto, anche nei dettagli, come mai non ha lo scudetto sulla giacca che indossa oggi?
Just a curiosity, you are very detailed in preparing your matches. How come you don't have the Italian flag, the Italian scudetto on your... Someone stole it.
Inter è il più importante.
Inter is the most important.
Poi per prima volta che non l'ho mai fatto, lo faccio.
Have you been impressed with the kid since you arrived at the club, Rashford?
He's very good. He's very good. I know that he's very good since last season, but working with him every day, I think the same. And the 2 matches where we were needing a winning goal against Leicester and tonight, he come on and he gave us diversity in our football, because he's different than Rooney, he's different than Zlatan. So I'm really happy with him, but really happy with the squad and with the team.
3 more points to open up a lead at the top of Group D, and a very satisfied José Mourinho, who faced the media after the match.
Not so easy. Lyon is anything but easy. Real Madrid in 7 or 8 matches they couldn't beat Olympique Lyon, so they are not easy. It was easy today because we played very well since the first minute. Our group is a group with a good French team, a good Dutch team, and the champion of Croatia. There are other groups where the big teams were much more lucky than us. They are playing against teams that I had to go to internet in the draw to know from which country they were coming. And you know, the group is not easy. We are doing the job well. We are doing the job well. We have 9 points. Me parece que estamos.
It seems that we're in a very positive moment, but ahead of us lies a week with 3 very difficult games to get through. In the league we face Malaga, and in our next 8 games we will only be at home for 3 of those meetings, and we're away for the remaining 5. When we travel to San Sebastian we will have 4 home games and 6 away from home. The fixtures calendar is quite complicated and it will be difficult for us. On top of that, this week we have very little time to recover and prepare for our matches against Malaga and Villarreal. Then travel to San Sebastian. So we'll have to wait and see if we can continue our good run of results.
Yo encantado.
I'm delighted with how my team is doing. We had a big problem, which was that Cristiano wasn't scoring, and that meant that we weren't winning our games. It happened against Levante and Racing. He didn't score, and neither did anyone else, so we lost one and drew the other. But we're over that now. In our last few games against Espanyol, Betis and tonight, Cristiano hasn't scored, but it hasn't been a problem because other players have. I really enjoy seeing him playing in this way, intelligently and selflessly. He's doing really well. He's won the Ballon d'Or and Pichichi, and maybe he won't win them again this year, but he might win something even more important.
The season started with the typical selfishness of others, people thinking about new contracts, people thinking about leaving, people thinking about more money, people forgetting who helped them to reach a certain level. But this is not just football. I think it's also a bit of our world, maybe your world too. You know, some principles are going away a little bit. Some people speak too much, you know, calm down, relax a little bit. Don't speak too much. Speak, you know, relax. Relax. Yeah, relax a little bit, you know, don't be so nervous, don't be so excited, calm down a little bit. Relax.
It must be good to be happy like that.
It's a bit Burley-esque, isn't it? What's he doing?
What?
Mourinho.
He just never lets it go, does he? I mean, they've had a pretty good start to the season. He's moaning about Lukaku, people asking questions, because he has had a mini drought. He's moaning about the style. I think he's maybe irked, and somebody else pointed this out, maybe irked at the praise that other managers are getting at the moment.
Right.
Like Pochettino, who,
yeah,
by the way, hasn't won anything, and more so the guy across the city, whose team are absolutely flying, Pep Guardiola, his old nemesis. So I think there's lots of things irking him at the moment.
I heard that Ander Herrera is in the flash interviews, and he's saying that the attitude and the desire was poor. Oh my God! When a player says that, and when a player feels that, I think they should all go to the press conference and explain why, because I can't explain.
It concerns you, of course it does.
Concerns me, yes. Concerns me, of course concerns me. You know, if it happened today, why cannot happen tomorrow? You know? So it happened.
Is that the first time you've seen that, Jose, from your players?
I think so. Honestly, I think so. I don't even remember a friendly match where our attitude was so poor. I mean that we have players with problems, but we have on the pitch players with problems. We cry because we have 2 important injuries in 2 amazing guys. We have Herrera and Carrick, and nothing else. We just cry because there are 2 important injuries with 2 important surgeries, with 2 important periods of recovering, and we feel for our friends. You know, but we are in trouble. We are in trouble. Smalling and Jones was in the English national team. Training. Who else? Nobody else is fresh to play. I'm also training hard in the gym, so I can be an option also. Mourinho and Tuanzebe against Swansea. What I want I have from them since day one. What I want is them to be with the team, and they always are. Hello? It's from TalkSport.
That shouldn't be working like that.
It's for you. Wait a second, please. Izabi from TalkSport.
You shouldn't be doing that now, Abs. Not for now. Sorry, it should have been on.
What was the question? I don't understand why everyone asks me the same. You know, I'm paid to take decisions, good or bad. In the first half, the decision was bad because the player that I choose to take the penalty missed. In the second half, I made another decision, and I don't see the drama because there is no drama on it. The penalty taker for this match was Martial. He took in the first half and missed. He was not even on the pitch when the second one was. And then I have to make a decision. Romelu wants to take, had the personality to take the responsibility. Herrera the same. But my decision, based on what we did in training in the past couple of days, was blind. The players, they respected my decision. And that's it. End of story. Again, please don't call me arrogant, because what I'm saying is true. I'm European champion, so I'm not one of the bottle. I think I'm a special one.